Hello and welcome to a new lesson. Why is literature considered an art? Let's discuss the topic. The justification for literature as an art form lies in its capacity for number one, creative expression. Because literature is the field in which you express yourself creatively. The second point is its use of aesthetic principles, what we call aestheticism, the beauty of words, the beauty of ideas, the beauty of imagination, the beauty of language, beauty in style and form, and in all its landscape of literature. And the third one is, and its profound ability, its deep ability, its inherent ability to provoke, to evoke, to create emotional and intellectual responses that transcend, that go beyond mere information transfer. So why is literature considered an art? Because it has the power to express ourselves creatively. It follows aesthetic principles in which beauty of everything is taken utmost care of, whether it is language or style or manner of writing or matter of writing. Literature also generates in us emotional response. Sometimes we feel emotionally attached to a character, to a situation, to an incident. Literature also evokes in us intellectual responses. We analyze something intellectually, critically. We talk about the issue, talk about the character, talk about the central theme that transcend, go beyond the mere information transfer. We have some more ideas in this respect. Tools of literature. What are the devices being used in literature? What are the ways through which writers express themselves? Poets express themselves. Like painter uses pigments, colors to create an art of painting, or a musician uses instruments to create a piece of music. In the same way, a writer or a poet uses language, words, phrases, and sentences as tools to express his/her artistic imagination. So in the hands of a painter, we find colors and brushes as tools. In the hands of a musician, we notice musical instruments as tools to create or compose a piece of music. In the same way, a writer or a poet uses language as a tool, words as a tool to express imagination. We move on to the next point. Please support by joining the channel. Your financial contributions are greatly appreciated and truly support the cause I stand for in promoting self-learning. By becoming a member, you will gain the opportunity to delve deeply into subjects such as linguistics, literature, and other fields of knowledge. Our members-only videos are recrafted to simplify the complex linguistic concepts. Thank you for your support. Now let's discuss the current topic. Craft or art of literature. Why we call literature as an art form, or literature is a craft? Because of its aesthetic excellence, its beauty of thought, its beauty of form, beauty of expression. No any other branch of knowledge has so much beauty of expression, of thought and language as we find in literature. Let's see. Literature involves a high degree of a skill or craft. Next point. Literary figures like writers, poets, dramatists, novelists, and so on make conscious use of, thoughtful use of style, rhythm, tone, structure, and imagery to create a work of aesthetic beauty. We continue. They exploit figurative language such as metaphors, similes, personification, and symbolism for beauty and depth of meaning. Because figures of speech, what we call figurative language, add to the beauty of expression, add to the layers of meanings, provide symbolic significance to the content in literature. Then we have form and structure. They create a structure of a sonnet, any piece of poem, any form of poem, a novel's narrative arc, how a novel is built, its plot and theme, one thought after another, one event after another, or rhythm of a piece of poetry or prose, are all artistic constructions. A normal person cannot compose a piece of poem, a piece of novel, a piece of a story. Next, diction, what we call word choice. The careful selection of words for their sound, connotation, and impact transforms plain communication into evocative art. the language of literature, or the language used in literature, or what we call diction in literature, the choice of words by the poet and the writer, it transforms a normal event into an evocative piece of art. With the help of language, with the help of the choice of words, with the help of the diction, a writer or a poet brings high impact upon the psychology of the audience in the way they tell their story, they narrate an event, and they express their thoughts. Therefore, literature, like music, like painting, like photography, like making a film, is also considered an art because of its aesthetic excellence, because of its form and structure, and because of the way in which poets use diction, use language to express their thoughts. We have some more ideas to understand. It's very important here to understand the distinction between literature and mere writing. It's important to note that while all literature is writing, not all writing is literature as art. All literature is writing, because literature is created into the written form. But all writing cannot be considered literature, cannot be considered as art. How? Let's see. Technical manuals, journalistic reports, or legal documents are forms of writing with a functional or informative purpose. Such writings have their own role, but they play functional role. They play informative role. They give us some information. They instruct us to do something, but they cannot be considered as part of literature. Why? Because they lack beauty of expression. They lack aesthetic excellence. They lack the beauty of form and style. They lack high degree of choice of words. We have some more ideas. Literature, particularly in the sense of fine writing, excellent writing, refined writing, elevated form of writing, is distinguished by its artistic intention and aesthetic value. So the language of literature, the expression of literature, the imagination of literature, the ideas found in literature are completely distinguished from other forms of writing in that literature presents everything in an artistic manner, which creates aesthetic value for the audience or for the readers. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye. The channel caters to the academic needs of those students who have opted for English language and English literature as their compulsory courses of studies at the graduate and postgraduate levels. The channel also provides the educational needs of students in media, economics, computer and medical sciences who have selected English language as a mandatory course at the graduate level. It also offers valuable teaching resources to university lecturers and professors. Utmost attention is paid to design lessons after extensive studies from diverse authentic sources. If you find the videos valuable, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Your engagement is crucial in the manner I conduct research and put forth efforts in preparing the lessons. Thank you for being part of our learning community. Let's achieve academic success together.